Welcome back to reality. I'm Bill, I'm the head of Sora.
I'm Rohan, I lead the Sora product team.
I'm Thomas, I lead Sora engineering.
Back in February 2024, we introduced Sora 1. We really view that internally as being the GPT-1 moment for video generation. It was the first moment video really felt like it was starting to work, and simple behaviors like object permanence started to emerge from scaling up pre-training. Since then, the Sora research team has been hard at work delivering the next step function change and model capability, and we're super pumped to show you guys Sora 2 today. Sora 2 is our flagship video and audio generation system, and you just saw a taste of what it can do. The first thing you'll notice when you get your hands on this model is how much smarter it is at physical interactions than any prior video generation system. In the past, really complex dynamics like an Olympics gymnastics routine or maybe doing a backflip on a wakeboard were really tough. Sora 2 is much more robust at handling these types of complex collisions and modeling dynamics in a way that feels extremely natural. The team's also done a lot of work to improve the steerability of Sora 2 relative to prior models. Oftentimes, you have to use video generation systems in kind of a shot-by-shot manner. It's really tough to get out a longer narrative that contains multiple shots all in the same generation. Sora 2 is a lot better at this and can tell longer, more coherent stories all in one go. Of course, the big feature here is audio generation. This is the first Sora model that simultaneously generates both video along with audio. And it's a very general purpose system. You can generate dialogue in a variety of languages, spanning multiple speakers. You can generate sound effects and even soundscapes. We're really excited for you guys to get your hands on this model, but there's one feature above all else that we're really pumped about. It's a new feature called Cameo, and it's unique to Sora 2. The way it works is by observing a short clip of, say, me, Rohan, or Thomas. You can then take that individual and insert them into any Sora-generated environment. You just saw a few examples with me and Sam in the previous video, but this is a very general-purpose capability that emerges from our world simulation models. The way it works is that ultimately, by just observing any clip of not even a human, but even a pet or an object, the model understands it really deeply and then can inject it into any prompt as if it were just another text token. We're really excited about getting you guys access to this model, but what we really want to show is what we're doing on the product side to really capture all of the magic of this model. You know, in the early days as we were developing these features, Sora researchers really felt like this was a new kind of communication. What originally started out as like text messages and then moved to emojis or voice notes really felt like it was progressing into a new video-based medium with this Cameo feature. And it became really clear to us over time that we needed to develop a new product surface to really capture all of these amazing capabilities of the model and to really get this into as many people's hands as possible. Rohan and Thomas have been doing a lot of awesome work here, and I'll hand it over to them to tell you a little bit more.
Great. So I know everyone's eager to see the app. Before we go in there, just a little bit of place setting. So what you're going to see is a very familiar interface if you've used social media before. There's a notion of identity. You have a profile. You can follow other people that you're connected with. But all the content inside of it is going to be AI generated. It's not posted by bots, it's posted by humans, but it's all AI generated. And it has this very, very interesting feel that's quite different than basically anything else I've used. It really does feel like a new medium. When you see the feed, you're going to see all the fun we'll be having on the Sora team. Some of memes have been emerging as we play with the product. There's always the constant need for GPUs to keep up with the increasing demand. There's one about ketchup. I'm drinking ketchup for some reason, which
I think it's based on a true story.
I've yet to understand, but it's there. And of course, there's some fun ones about perfume and other things that stretch the model in different ways. But Rohan, why don't you just give it a...
Yeah, let's jump into the app. All right, I'm going to click the Sora app here, and we're going to be dropping into a feed.
Revenue. Got it. Sora is pre-revenue. If you show revenue, people will ask how much, and it will never be enough. The company that was the 100x or the 1000x is suddenly the 2x dog. But if you have no revenue, you can say you're pre-revenue.
The app is indeed pre-revenue. So there's a couple of cool things to note here. So this is an example of the Cameo feature I was talking about before, but actually this is two cameos in one. So this is me talking with Sam in the same scene. And you'll notice lots of little details here that make these videos feel really realistic. These little shot changes back and forth, the natural gestures and facial expressions on both me and Sam's face, the natural lip sync that really captures the dialogue accurately. All of this is brand new in Sora 2.
All right, let's keep going.
Here, watch this. I'm gonna turn the lights off. Whoa, wait a second. Why am I a cartoon? That wasn't supposed to happen. The lights are still on. This is kind of cool, though.
I really love this one. I think the dynamic range of Sora 2 is incredible. A lot of prior models out there seem to sort of collapse into a single aesthetic, and Sora has such a wide, diverse range, which is amazing. I can't wait for the creativity of the internet to have access to this. Let's keep going.
Back on the news again, the man from last month can't stop eating McDonald's ketchup straight from the dispenser. Look, it's not about the ketchup, it's about the experience. Health experts are concerned. Just back on the news again, the man from last month.
The air here feels alive, like a painting come to life. Every breeze carries a story. Stay close, and we might hear them. Let's see.
So this cameo feature is really general, like I was saying. You can use it on humans, but you can also use it on pets. This is actually my real dog, Rocket, rendered in an anime style. As Rohan was saying, this is a really general model in terms of the stylistic range that it can produce. And it can cover anything from realism to anime and everything in between.
Awesome. I'm feeling inspired. I think we should run a generation. So at the bottom of the screen, you'll see this plus button. I'm going to click there, and we'll be dropped into our simple composer. Here you can describe any idea you have in any style, any scene, transcripts, all that kind of stuff, and you can get a video. You'll see this tray above, cameos, and you'll see me here, Rohan, all the way on the left, and some friends I have on the network here who've given me permission to cameo them. Let's run a generation with a cameo. Maybe someone most people know. Let's do Sam. Sam, what do you think?
He's got to be celebrating how well this live stream is
Celebrating
going right now.
how amazing this live stream is going. He's
Probably screaming about it.
pumping his fists.
Yeah, there we go.
And screaming. All right, we'll fire that off.
The path leads us, my friend.
Much like Sora 1, these generations can take a couple minutes. So while that's happening in the background, I'm going to walk you through our cameo feature in a little bit more detail. You're probably wondering, how do you set this up? What do the permissions look like? How do we keep this safe? So let's jump in here. It's my profile. I'm going to click Edit Cameo. In this screen, you'll see a number of cameo settings. Before we jump into the settings, I want to talk about how you actually upload your cameo. So I'm going to click Retake here. So in this flow, you'll be asked to record a dynamic audio prompt. So we'll present you with some random audio challenge. Then there'll be a liveness check. You'll be asked to move your head in certain directions. And then that'll get sent to our systems where we do tons of validation, basically to ensure that no one's impersonating you and this is indeed you on the network. Once you've done that and your cameo is approved, you can set who can use this cameo. You can decide only I can use my cameo, people I approve, mutuals, everyone. You are in full control of your likeness on this network. There is no way for someone to generate you without you having given explicit permission and gone through this cameo flow, which is a very important principle for us. A couple of other notes. You can guide the model on how you want to be portrayed. The model is amazing, but it's not perfect. Sometimes it might hallucinate things. It might give me skinny jeans or a weird accent or something like that. So I can go into cameo preferences and sort of tune this as I run generations, which I suggest everyone who sets this up does. And we'll be adding things like advanced flows to give you more control over this. But in the meantime, we have a couple of ways of doing this already.
You can also use this for a lot of fun, which is we've been having fun on the team where we give ourselves kind of funny hats or weird things that you do.
Yeah.
Rohan always has a gold chain, which you'll see later. But so you use those instructions to sort of guide the model in just different fun ways. Another thing that is really important to us is the idea of ownership over your own identity. So everything that is created with your cameo, when you've authorized somebody to give with permission, you have full rights over in the sense that you can delete it. You're treated like an owner of that video.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Let's go back to the feed, see a couple more gems.
Sora 2, the new fragrance from Sora. Fresh, clean, and unapologetic.
I don't use
Whoever
perfume,
chooses to
but if it were Sora themed, I would consider it.
a set of possibility. Sora 2.
One of my favorite features of this app and this model, and I think something that is uniquely made possible with this technology, is the ability to immediately participate in a trend, in a storyline, in some lore that some creator is working on, a universe, via this remix feature. So I see this, I'm feeling inspired. I want to see my own variation of this. I can just click this remix button
The
here.
new fragrance from
Oops,
Sora.
pause
Fresh,
that. I can click the remix button here and say, make this an ad. Oh, make this an ad for. Any ideas?
Top hat.
A top hat. For a top hat with giant feathers.
Nice.
Okay.
And boom, I'll fire off that generation. And Sora will go working on my contribution here. In the meantime, let's actually see other remixes of this perfume gem.
Sora 2, the new toothpaste from Sora. Fresh, clean, and unapologetic for whoever you choose to be. Sora 2,
The smile of possibility.
Smile of possibility.
Smile of possibility?
소라가 선보이는 새로운 향수. 신선하고 깨끗하며 당당합니다. 네가 선택한 어떤 모습.
I don't speak Korean IRL, but in Sora, anything is possible.
All right, let's keep going in their feed here.
Guys, check my kickflip.
This is our coworker Minia doing a kickflip. This is incredible physics. I haven't seen anything like this with any other video generation models. I've been trying to do this myself for about 20 years, still working on my kickflip. But yeah, just an incredible display of physics by the model here.
Good dream.
Championship point for Rohan.
Yes. I want to thank the haters for fueling me.
Gold chain?
You can see my gold chain in there. And if Thomas were to make a gen, he would unsuspectingly get a gold chain in there, which is
very fun.
Kind of the fun of this feature a little bit.
Gentlemen, make some noise
The
for
dance
returning
off.
Titan Thomas Jensen and the wacky wizard Rohan.
Ridiculous.
Give it up now for Worlds and gentlemen, make some noise.
And finally, a really good range.
Download the Sora app.
We'll tell you how soon.
Cool. Let's check on our generations, but they might still be going. But oh, we got Sam's.
All right.
Yes, this live stream is going so well. Let's go. Woo! I'm fired up. It's amazing. We're crushing it. Come on. Thank you all. Yeah. Woo! This is incredible.
All right, thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
All right, I think the other one's still generating. So while that's going, I'm going to hand it back to Thomas to talk a little bit more about our philosophy on this app.
So thanks, Ron. I want to admit that when we were initially going through this project, we weren't really sure that this would be something that we wanted to go through as a company and commit to. We were all a little bit skeptical of the idea of having an AI-generated feed and what that would feel like and whether you would lose touch with like actual human connections. I think once we've started using this Cameo feature, it really does feel different. It feels like a new medium, like a new way of connecting with your friends in a way that I was even surprised by. It's a very different mode of operation when I'm scrolling a feed and I'm thinking through like, oh, what could I do to riff on that just a little bit? Or wait, can I put myself in that video? It just does feel very, very different. And so I'm very, very happy with the way this is turning out on the team. With the notion of like connections, one thing we've noticed over time is a lot of social media in general has moved away from the idea of friends and kind of family connections. We believe that Sora can lean into this because it's just so easy to create. It's so easy to create in a way that wasn't possible before. And with that, in the feed, we're going to be heavily prioritizing connected content. You also have a following feed always available where you can see just connected content alone. And we also have some new features that gives you some agency in the way you control your feed. So there's a beta feature on the top of feed that we'll be working on where you can select the type of content you want to see. So if you're in like, say, a relaxing mood, you can say, I want to be relaxed.
Or animals.
Animals, we always have fun with that, seeing only cute animals. And so you can guide the model to show you content that is really aligned with what you want to do at that time. We're also going to be heavily optimizing the feed to encourage you to be creative, to inspire you in a way that's not just about scrolling the feed.
Awesome. I think our gen is done. Let's look at that.
The new top hat with giant feathers. Bold, elegant, and unapologetic for whoever you choose to be. Plume, the hat of possibility.
I would buy.
Bloom.
Cool. Yeah, and I'll talk a little bit more about how we're sort of approaching safety and moderation on this network. Obviously, like Thomas said, we've been pleasantly surprised internally. We were skeptics of just a purely AI-generated feed, but have felt this human connection. We felt like this was the best form factor, but we wanted to make sure we amplified the good of form factors like this and mitigated the bad that often comes with sort of short-form video. So there's a couple of things we have in place here. One is for U18s, we have a separate set of policies for U18s. There's no infinite scroll by default. There'll be a stopping period with a cooldown pretty quickly in your experience. Even for adults, we'll nudge you sort of later on in your scrolling process. If you're, if we think you're in sort of a doom scroll loop, we'll nudge you to creation since we think that is like a fun thing and usually feels good on this app. Another thing that's really important is that we want this content to be clearly labeled AI generated when it's ever off our platform. So we have several provenance techniques. First and foremost, things are visibly watermarked when you export them off our app. So if these things are floating around other networks, you'll see the Sora animation there. We also have some techniques internally to always trace back generations we see to Sora if we see things floating around the internet, and we have C2PA as well. And then we're working on top of all the amazing moderation that's come with Sora 1 and image gen. We have reasoning models under the hood that make sure it's very difficult to create harmful content on this network. Obviously, extremely important with the Cameo feature that no one can create, X-rated or violent content, and that is the case with all the sort of guardrails we put in place, which is amazing. Obviously, we're starting a little conservative with our moderation here. You might see overblocking. We're sorry in advance.
Some good memes about that.
Yeah, people are memeing us internally for overblocking. So we're finding this balance, of user freedom and people who might be, trying to do bad things on our network, and so we'll be working on that over time. Lastly, before I hand it back to Bill, I want to talk about a couple of other services that we'll be deploying Sora. One, Sora.com, our existing web app, will get this new model. There's a little bit of a facelift you'll see, but we'll also still have some awesome features like Storyboard launching soon that might come in a week or so that lets you really control, like shot by shot, how the model creates a scene. Like Bill mentioned, there's so much controllability and power in this model, and we really want to invest in amazing creator tools so you can create amazing content for our network. And we'll be launching an API in the coming weeks as well. There's a long tail of use cases where people can do amazing things where we might not want to build like fine-grained editing controls, but others might. People might want to integrate this into their own video editors, and now that's possible with Sora 2. You want to talk about how we're rolling this out?
Yeah, so today's the day. You'll be able to download the Sora iOS app in the App Store starting later this afternoon. We're starting only on iOS. The team is hard at work trying to get an Android version up and running, but bear with us. We're launching initially in the US and Canada, and we're doing an invite-based rollout. So like we've said, we think it's really important that you come into this app with your friends. This is really best experienced in a social way, almost as a new form of messaging. And so when you get off the waitlist, and you'll get notified of that when you download the app and get a push notification, then you'll get 4 invite codes automatically that you can use to give to your friends to make sure they come in with you. We're super excited for you guys to get your hands on these models. We started the Sora research program back in early 2023 to really build AI systems that deeply understand the physical world. We think that's going to be a paramount capability in order to get to truly generalist AGI. Along the way, we're training a lot of models that we think the world can have a great deal of fun with and can bring a lot of joy. So we're really excited to see what you'll ultimately create on this app. We'll see you guys on Sora.
Stop the landing!
Thank you, Rocket. I owe you my life.
Oh, Rocket! Whoa! Hang on, buddy. Oh, it's got some power! Woo! Easy, easy. This is wild. Still with me? Come on! Yes! Bill!
Whoa! Give your hat! Hey, give that back! Come on! That's mine! You hear me? My hat!
Dad, it's running so
Come back here, you feathered thief! You're not gonna catch it! Oh, I'm trying!
Now look at me, subway surfing like a pro. Woo! Piece of cake. Ah, nothing to it. I'm the king of the F-line, baby. Yeah.
Come on, not yet. Ah, there it is. That's a pin. Yeah, you got it.
This is kind of wild. Turns out I can actually fly. Watch, ready? Look, totally off the ground. Let's go outside. The view up here is insane. I can just drift around, like still figuring out the landing, but it's the best feeling ever.
We're out here in the Pacific Northwest hunting for the legendary Bigfoot. The forest is perfect for hiding. I think I just found something. Look at the size of this print. Wait, did you see that? Something's moving over there. That's gotta be him. I'm going after it.
Hey there, traveler.
And ready, begin.
Knowledge is not a destination, it's a companion for the road. Und wenn wir gemeinsam gehen, lernen wir, dass jede Frage mehr Türen öffnet, als sie schließt.
We have to turn back!
Affirmative, Sora. Each layer refines the representation, like polishing a gem.
Then, maybe one day I'll build a network that understands every star.
俺の中の力が目覚めた。これが真の俺だ。
Hold steady, brace! Heave! There! Shield wall for the north!
We'll see about that. Not today. It's over.
Mine! Got it! Up!
Cover middle.
Outside! I'm on it!
Set.
Go! Ah, close! Nice swing! Point! Good job, y'all!
Folks keep saying you can't ride a horse that's riding a horse. Guess nobody told these two. Steadiest pair I've ever had under me.
Cannonball! Ha ha!